Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CurrentAffairs which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long term. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of the third week of January month. This session will be very important, so do pay attention till the end. And friends, here we will be discussing very important current affairs of the third week. So I'll suggest you all to make notes, and all those students who are watching our video, and to also those students who are watching our video for the first time, I'll suggest you all that making notes is a very good habit, and it will fetch you a very good return just before the exams when you will be revising your current affairs. So let's start. First, we are talking about World Leprosy Day. It is observed on 29th of January. Just remember this, and here you can see purple ripple is the symbol of this World Leprosy Day. And this day is observed on the last Sunday of January month. World Leprosy Day. So the first question is, in which city Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently flagged off MV Ganga Vilas, that is the world's longest river cruise? So first of all, remember, the world's longest cruise will be in India. First thing you need to remember. Alright, that is the world's longest river cruise will be in India. This was flagged off from where? That means you need to remember that this is from Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh to Dibrugarh, that is in Assam. Alright, from Varanasi to Dibrugarh, that is in Assam, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has flagged off MV Ganga Vilas, that is the world's longest river cruise in Uttar Pradesh, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Then remember, this cruise will be of 51 day long. Alright, this is a luxury cruise. This will be passing through 27 rivers. This will be passing through 27 rivers. It will cover a total distance of 3200 kilometers. And another thing you need to remember, that this will be passing through a country, that is Bangladesh. Also, 32 tourists from Switzerland will be on this first trip of this cruise. So the correct option here becomes option 1. Next is, which city plans to set up India's first center of excellence in online gaming in March? First of all, remember, if we talk about first center of excellence for Khadi, where was this set up? This was set up in New Delhi. Then now it is asked the first center of excellence of India in online gaming. So in online gaming, it will be set up in Shillong, Meghalaya. Alright, during a 2-day visit of our Minister of States for Electronics and Information Technology and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, stated that the first center of excellence of online gaming will be in Shillong, and this will be built by the month of March in 2023. Here the basic objective is that we want to encourage the online gaming industry, and we know that esports has been mandated as a legal sports now. Next is FIH Odisha Hockey Men's World Cup. Where was this FIH Odisha's Hockey Men's World Cup for the year 2023 held? It was held in Odisha. In Odisha, it was held in India. In India, it was held in Odisha. In Odisha, in Rourkela and Bhubaneswar. And we know Deen Dayal is your biggest hockey stadium that has been built in India, and it is located in Rourkela. Who won this Hockey World Cup? It was won by Germany, and this is for the third time that Germany has won this Hockey World Cup. Apart from this, it was in 2002, then in 2006, and now in 2023 that Germany has won this Men's Hockey World Cup, and they defeated Belgium in the final round to win this title. Next is you have to name the country that has recently signed an agreement with India on cooperation in the field of green hydrogen development and investment. So we are talking about green hydrogen. We know when we are burning green hydrogen, no carbon is released into the atmosphere. That is the reason we are pushing green hydrogen as a fuel. Alright, even there was a rule recently that diesel vehicles are being banned and no more development will be there of diesel vehicles further. Second thing you need to remember that which is the country that have signed an agreement with India for the cooperation in green hydrogen. It will be your United Arab Emirates, that is your UAE. Alright, important. Then apart from this, remember India and UAE together also discussed a mission this about all this renewable energy and green hydrogen under one sun, one world and one grid initiative. This was announced by One Sun, One World, One Grid initiative. It was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this was a subsea cable between India and UAE. A subsea cable between India and UAE also will be built under this One Sun, One World and One Grid initiative. As you can see here, One Sun, One World and One Grid, that means we are talking about here solar energy. So correct option here becomes option A. Next is which bank has recently established a bancassurance partnership with Aditya Birla Health Insurance? First of all, remember what is this bancassurance? When a bank and an insurance company ties up together, this is known as bancassurance. Here the products of the insurance company, be it LIC policy, be it various policies or any services or any insurances that they want to sell to the customers of this bank, that is known as bancassurance. So recently which bank has signed an bancassurance partnership with Aditya Birla Health Insurance? It will be your Punjab and Sindh Bank. Option 2 is correct here. Next, name the Russian bank that has launched direct payments in rupees to increase the bilateral trade and investment. We know Vostro accounts has been opened up here, and how many? Almost 9 Vostro accounts has been opened up, and here it is asked that name the Russian bank that has launched direct payment in rupees. It is your which bank? VTB bank. Option 4 is correct. Also remember, apart from this, UPI, Unified Payment Interface, has been launched in 10 plus countries globally, so that people who are living there, when they link their phone number to the bank account, they will be easily to transfer money from one bank account to another bank account. So correct option is option 4. What is then next is, when was the 7th Armed Forces Veterans Day observed across India? On 14th of January in 2023 we observe the Armed Forces Veterans Day, and it was the 7th edition of this Veteran Armed Forces Day. It was observed to recognize the contribution of the Indian Armed Forces in serving the nation. Alright, who is our defense minister? Rajnath Singh is our defense minister, and this day honors the service that were given by Field Marshal KM Karyappa. Alright, he was the first commander-in-chief of the Indian Armed Force, and this is an important question that can be asked, that who was the first Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Force, he will be Field Marshal K.M. Kariyappa. Alright, and remember, this Armed Forces Veterans Day has been commemorated since the 14th of January 2017. That means this is the 7th edition in 2023. Next is 111th Australian Open was held recently. Novak Djokovic, who is from Serbia, has won the men's single title, and Aryna Sabalenka, who is from Belarus, has won the women's single title in this Australian Open. That was the 111th edition of this Australian Open. Alright, then which year has been declared as the International Year of Millets? It is your year 2023 and it was given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then next, remember, if I ask you, dash is to complete acquisition of Ford India's manufacturing plant in January. Ford India's manufacturing plant will be completed, or who will acquire this Ford India's manufacturing plant? It will be acquired by Tata Motors. Alright, Tata Motor will be acquiring this Ford India manufacturing plant. Then next, who inaugurated Indian Library Congress? I repeat, Indian Library Congress. This was inaugurated by whom? It was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Kerala. And where was this? It was in Kannur. In Kerala, this Indian Library Congress was inaugurated. Now the next question is, dash Indian Army Day was observed across the globe on 15th of January 2023. So it was your 75th Indian Army Day and 74th Republic Day was observed this year on 26th of January. Next is your Ayushman Bharat health account. Number is a dash digit number that helps the user to share and access their health records digitally. So the correct option is 14. This Ayushman Bharat health account is a 14-digit number that will help the users to share and access their health records. Alright, over 10 crore health records have been linked digitally to Ayushman Bharat health account under this Ayushman Bharat digital mission, and more than 30 crore citizens have generated their unique Ayushman Bharat health account number so far. So correct option here is option 5th. Apart from this, if I ask you, in Aadhaar card how many digits are there? In Aadhaar card there are 12 digits. Next, in January 2023, the dash edition of the Tamil Nadu International Balloon Festival began at Pollachi in Coimbatore district. So remember, first we are talking about this International Balloon Festival. International Balloon Festival. This International Balloon Festival was observed in Tamil Nadu. Then remember, this was the 8th edition of this International Balloon Festival that was held in Tamil Nadu. Alright, here hot air balloons from various countries such as Brazil, Thailand, Belgium, Canada, Netherlands, France, Vietnam, US took part in this particular festival, that is your International Balloon Festival of Tamil Nadu. So the correct option here is option 1. Next, India to host Women's World Boxing Championship in 2023. Okay, and here only FIH Hockey World Cup, Men's Hockey World Cup was held. Holger Rune won the men's single title for 2022 Paris Masters title. Shivarin, Charlotte and Abdul Qadir has been inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame. Then remember, which program was launched to boost the research and development in Ayurveda? It was your SMART program that was launched to boost the research and development in the Ayurveda sector. Then next, remember, the unemployment rate, if asked for the December month for 2022, was almost around 8.3% in December. Then recently, which edition of Indian Science Congress was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? It was your 108th edition of Indian Science Congress that was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then who became the first women officer to be operationally deployed at Siachen? So first women officer to be deployed posted at Siachen is your Shiva Chauhan. Then Virat Kohli became the first to score 4,000 T20 international runs. Uttar Pradesh will host 2023 Khelo India National University Games. Then in UP only, if you remember, in Uttar Pradesh, UP Global Investor Summit will be held in the month of February in Lucknow. Next is Asian Boxing Championship. Lovalina, Parveen, Swati and Alfia has won the gold medal here. England has won the T20 World Cup 2022 trophy by defeating Pakistan in the finals. Next, which organization has recently released the first ever audit standard for sustainability information? It was launched by whom? It was launched by option 1, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. And this audit standards for sustainability information is the first of its kind in the world that was developed by ICAI to assist its members in providing reasonable or limited assurance on such information by reporting entities. Next is which edition is the Indian-France naval exercise Varuna 2023, which commenced on the western seaboard in January 2023. It was the 21st edition of the India-France exercise Varuna. Alright, this Varuna was the 21st edition of this exercise. This was a 5-day long exercise. Alright, it was from 16th to 20th of January. Highly important. Then in this particular exercise, some Indian naval ships such as INS Chennai, INS Tej took part in this particular exercise Varuna, and it was your 21st edition of this exercise. Next, according to RBI's acquisition and holding of shares or voting rights in banking companies direction for 2023 issued in January 23 promotes to hold dash of the paid up share capital or voting rights of the bank after the completion of dash from the commencement of its business. So remember, it plans to hold 26% of the paid up share capital for, and after the completion of how many years? For 15 years. So the correct option is option 1. Here RBI issued acquisition and holding of shares or voting rights in banking companies direction for 2023 that has allowed the promoters to hold 26% from the current, that was 15%, and it has been increased to 26% of the paid up share capital or voting rights of a bank after the completion of 15 years from the commencement of its business. Next is RBI has recently announced that any person looking to acquire more than dash stake in the bank will need prior approval from RBI. So remember, RBI stated that any individual person or a entity who is planning to acquire more than 5% of the stake in any bank, they need a prior approval from Reserve Bank of India. Next question is, if I ask you before moving ahead, tell me right to repair portal was launched by whom? This right to repair portal was launched by Piyush Goyal, who also inaugurated Mango Festival in Brussels, Belgium. Alright, then who organized a musical event that was Dance to Decarbonize? This Dance to Decarbonize, this festival was launched by Petroleum Ministry. Then EHRM 2.0, this was a revamped probity portal that was launched by whom? Jitendra Singh. Alright, also if a question is asked, then who launched Artificial Heart? Artificial Heart, it was developed by whom? It was developed by IIT Kanpur. Alright, Artificial Heart. Then next, remember, during the 26th January, that is our Republic Day, it was 74th edition of this Republic Day. Here, who took part? Abdel Fattah al-Sisi took part in this particular Republic Day parade. He was our chief guest, and also a regiment of Egypt took part in the parade also. Next is which bank has recently signed a MOU with the Warehousing Development and Regulatory Authority to help the farmers in availing low interest loans. So which is it? It is your State Bank of India. Alright, Warehouse Development and Regulatory Authority, they signed an MOU with State Bank of India to help the farmers in availing low interest loans. Basically, this MOU was signed to promote awareness about the new loan product that was called Produce Marketing Loan to fund against the electronic negotiable warehouse receipt. Alright, here the processing fees will be nil and even the interest rate that will be provided to the farmers on the loan will be less. So the correct option becomes here State Bank of India. Next is your SIDBI has recently partnered with VFC's Capitals Limited to extend MSME loan of up to 5 lakh rupees at 13% interest rate per annum. I repeat, SIDBI has tied up with Kolkata based VFC Capital Limited to extend the loan of MSMEs and SME sector, and under this they will extend the loan of this MSEs up to 5 lakh rupees at 13% interest rate per annum. Alright, so correct option is option 2 here. Apart from this, if I ask you Losar festival, where was this Losar festival held? This was held in the state of this was held in Union Territory Ladakh. Then apart from this, remember which is the first complete library constituency in India. It is where? It is in Kerala. Kerala's Dharmadam. It is the first complete library constituency of India. Then Sports Science Center was inaugurated where? Sports Science Center. Where was this inaugurated? Udupi. Udupi is in Karnataka. And who inaugurated it? It was inaugurated by our Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur. Next, Rise, Roar, Revolt. RRR. This is the name of the movie, Triple R. That was directed by whom? It was directed by S.S. Rajamouli. This film has won the Best Foreign Language Film Award and also the Best Song for Natu Natu in the Critics' Choice Award. That is your Golden Globe Awards during that. Also, RRR songs Natu Natu has been awarded as the Best Song. Alright, highly important. And this movie was directed by S.S. Rajamouli. Next is your National Tourism Day. Recently, this day was observed on 25th of January. And also remember, India is planning to increase tourism between India and Australia. Between they also signed an MOU to increase tourism. Apart from this, Switzerland has also appointed Neeraj Chopra as their brand ambassador in order to improve the tourism in Switzerland so that more and more Indians can travel to Switzerland for tourism. Next is name the organization that has recently organized the Sanya Ranakshetram 2.0, that is a cyber threat seminar and a workshop. If it is a cyber threat, that means it will be talking about cyber security. It will be talking about various frauds that is going on using online internet and how to avoid those cyber threats or how to avoid those cyber frauds. So for the same, remember recently which organization has organized this Sanya Ranakshetram 2.0? It was organized by Indian Army. Option 4. Alright, this was the second edition of this hackathon that was named Sanya Ranakshetram. Alright, it was organized by Indian Army and basically it was organized so that how we can tackle the cyber threats that are going all around the world. And even if you remember recently, AIMS was a target of a cyber threat. Next is which bank has recently signed an MOU with the Steel Authority of India, that is SAIL, to provide financial assistance to the dealers of the SAIL across India. It will be your South Indian Bank. Alright, this bank will serve MSME and corporate customers of the SAIL by providing financial assistance for working capital. Alright, apart from this, if I ask you, Stay Safe online campaign was launched by whom? Stay Safe online campaign. This was launched by Ashwini Vaishnavji. Alright, next if I ask you which became the first state in our country in India to pass Lokayut Bill. Lokayut Bill was passed by which state, or the question can be asked which is the first state to pass this Lokayut Bill? It is your Maharashtra. Then Dash is to be G20 Science Grouping Working Groups Secretariat. So remember IISC Bangalore will be G20 Science Group Working Secretariat, and we know for G20 India is having the presidency for this year, that is from 1st of December 2022 to 30th of November 2023, and here the theme will be Vasudev Kutumbakam. Then if I ask you, where was the first international beach festival held? First international beach festival, where was this held? This was held in Kerala. Next, according to SBI's Eco-Rap report that was released in January, India's fiscal deficit is expected to grow at dash for fiscal year. So remember, India's fiscal deficit is expected to grow at 17.5 lakh crore rupees according to SBI's Eco-Rap report that was released in January. Then if I ask you, apart from this, tell me, Prahari app, that is for the border security force, Prahari app, that is for the border security force BSF, it was launched by whom? Amit Shah, our home minister, launched this particular app. Then recently TB elimination project was launched in 2 states. Which are those states? By Indian Oil they launched this. So it was launched in which 2 states? They are UP and Chhattisgarh. Alright, highly important. Then apart from this, recently which state government has set up a Nilgiri Tahar conservation project? Nilgiri Tahar conservation project. This was set up by Tamil Nadu government, and Nilgiri Tahar is a mountain goat that is also the state animal of Tamil Nadu. So the correct option here becomes 17.5 lakh crore rupees. Next is Ladakh's Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathur has launched a 14-digit ULPIN in Ladakh. What is this ULPIN? It is your unique land parcel identification number. This will be a 14-digit number that will be provided to each and every piece of land, signifying that this is a particular land that is of, say, it will be similar to that of a Aadhaar code only, that will be signifying and the identity of an individual person, and here this UL pin will be identifying the individual lands. Here only, apart from this, remember a game changer and a next step, that is Swamitra, that is Swamitva, that is survey of villages and mapping with improvised technology in village areas, was also launched by the Lieutenant Governor. Next, who recently became the first women officer to be posted on a foreign assignment at the Border Roads Organization and also in Project Dantak in Bhutan, and she is Surbhi Jakmola. Alright, she's an Indian Army officer from 117 Engineer Regiment, and she has been posted in Project Dantak of Bhutan, and she became the first women officer to be posted on a foreign assignment at BRO. This Project Dantak, this is basically an overseas project of BRO under the Ministry of Defence of India, and this Project Dantak was established in April 1961 as a result of the vision of His Majesty 3rd King of Bhutan and then Prime Minister of India, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. So correct option, Surbhi Jakmola. Next, how many Indian peacekeepers were recently honored with the prestigious United Nations Medal for their vital work in UN mission in South Sudan? So almost 1171 Indian peacemakers were honored with the prestigious United Nations Medal for their vital work in UN mission in South Sudan. Out of these 1171 recipients, remember only 5 were women. So correct option, option 5. Next, if I ask you, who has been appointed as the chairman of Railway Board? For Railway Board, who has been appointed as the chairman? He will be Anil Kumar Lahoti. Anil Kumar Lahoti has been appointed as the chairman of Railway Board. Next, name the country that has recently assumed the presidency of the 13th Assembly of the International Renewable Energy Agency. For IRENA, who has assumed the presidency? Tell me, it is the country that has also the chairmanship of G20. It is your India. Alright, remember, India has assumed the presidency of the 13th Assembly of IRENA, and the first international organization that was solely dedicated to renewable energy. Here India assumed this presidency during the 13th Assembly. This was held from 13th to 15th of January, and this was held in UAE. Here the theme of the 13th IRENA Assembly is World Energy transition, the global stock it with the objective to establish energy transition. All right, basically here we will be talking about energy transition, and we know because of global warming most of the countries all around the world are shifting from non renewable sources of energy to renewable sources of energy. Even if you remember Kerala, the state of India, and it became the first state of India to pledge that they will be becoming 100%, or they will be shifting to 100% renewable energy by 2040, and by 2050 they will be becoming carbon neutral. Even Indian government target is to become carbon neutral by 2070. Next, name the plant species that has recently listed in the protected plants list under Schedule 3 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So the name of the plant species is Nila Kurinji. Alright, just remember it directly. If I ask you Wildlife Protection Act, when did this act came? In 1972. Tiger Protection Act, when does it came? In 1973. And in 1973 only Chipko movement was also launched by Sundarlal Bahuguna in Uttarakhand. Next, RBI to issue its maiden green bonds for 16,000 crore rupees, and this will be launched in two tranches of 8,000 crore rupees each, and they are sovereign bonds. That means they will be used here, sovereign green bonds, that means they will be used in infrastructure development, and fixed rate of interest will be provided to the people who buy these bonds. Next, in which state the second phase of Sansad Khel Mahakumbh 2022-2023 was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So remember this second phase of this Sansad Khel Mahakumbh, it was in UP, and we discussed about UP that in Uttar Pradesh only Jewar Airport is being built, Film City is being built here, then also Sport City is being built here. Apart from this, in UP, UP Global Investor Summit will be held in Lucknow in February month in Lucknow. So correct option here becomes option 4th. Next is name the scheme that was recently discontinued by the Ministry of Minority Affairs. Which is the name of the scheme? It is Padho Pradesh scheme. This Ministry of Minority Affairs has discontinued this Padho Pradesh scheme that was of interest subsidy on the education loans of the overseas students for the students belonging to the minority community. That means here if any student takes loan for going abroad and studying, for them the payment of interest will be done by the government, and this was the scheme, that is Padho Pradesh scheme, that was launched by the government, and it has been recently discontinued. Alright, here this scheme was implemented by which bank? If asked, it was implemented by Canara Bank. And till now almost 20 crore rupees has been reimbursed as interest by the government under this Padho Pradesh scheme. Next, United Nations General Assembly has recently adopted a resolution by consensus titled Education for Democracy that reaffirms the right of education for all. Which country has co-sponsored this resolution? It was co-sponsored by India. So remember, United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution that was education for democracy and reaffirms that education for all. And we know, if we are talking about education for all, India has launched this education for all, that till 14 years of people, all the people should get educated. All right. And the question asked here is that which country has co-sponsored this resolution? It was co-sponsored by India. Then NEP, National Education Program, it was launched by India in 1968, then in 1986, then it was edited in 1992, and then in 2020 NEP was launched again. If asked about National Curriculum Framework, it was launched in the year 2005. Next is your India-Australia Joint Military Exercise, that is Ostra Hind. This exercise was held in Rajasthan between India and Australia. Next, which bank has recently became the first public sector bank to introduce a credit card against fixed deposits digitally? It was launched by Punjab National Bank. I repeat, you have to name the bank that became the first public sector bank that has introduced credit card against fixed deposit. That means if you go to a bank in Punjab National Bank and you ask for a deposit, that if you go and deposit your FDs there, then you will be able to get a credit card based on these fixed deposits. All right. Also, PNB has introduced two types of consumer credit cards. One is your PNB Global Gold and second is your PNB Global Classic. Next, Name the Indian state that has recently won the Bronze Award in the United Nations Human Settlement Program of World Habitat Awards for 2023 for Jagga Mission, that is a 5T program of the state. So, which is the correct option here? The option is which state? Odisha state. Alright, Odisha has won the Bronze Award in the United, that is UN Habitat World Habitat Awards for 2023 for Jagga Mission. Alright, and this Jagga mission is based on 5T program of the state that are, which are the 5 T's? Transparency, technology, teamwork, time and transformation. And what is Jagga mission? Jagga mission is basically Odisha livelihood habitat mission, that is India's largest land tilting and slum upgrading initiative. That means we can directly say slum upgradation. This program, what is the name of the state that has launched slum upgradation? It is Odisha. What is the name of the program? Jagga Mission. So correct option is Odisha. MOBUS scheme was launched here. First Olympic values education program was also launched here only. Next, when was the 18th edition of the National Disaster Response Force Raising Day is observed across the globe? It is observed on 19th of January, and the first ever NDRF Raising Day was observed on 19th of January in 2006. And this year in 2023, we are observing the 18th edition of this National Disaster Response Force Raising Day. Next is, who is the current president and managing director of Jaguar Land Rover in India? So he will be Rohit Suri. Correct option is option 5. He is the president and managing director of Jaguar Land Rover India, and he will retire from his position on 31st of March in 2023. Next is RS Sodi has stepped down from the post of MD, that is your managing director, as you can see him in the picture, and who has been taken on as the charge of the interim managing director of Apul? He will be Jayan Maheta, as you can see him in the picture here. Next, which organization has recently signed a memorandum of agreement with Indian Ports Association to set up a center for maritime economy and connectivity? Which is it? It will be your option 3, that is Research and Information System for Developing Countries. I repeat, IPA, that is your Indian Ports Association and Research Information System for Developing Countries, that is RIS. They together have signed a memorandum of agreement to set up a center for maritime economy and connectivity. Then which country? The Indian Army has recently conducted the first edition of the exercise Cyclone 1, and this exercise was conducted in Rajasthan, and this was the first edition. That means we can say this was an inaugural exercise, and it was held between India and Egypt. And if you remember, the Egypt's president also took part as the chief guest in the Republic Day parade. This exercise, that is Cyclone 1, it was a 14-day long exercise that has been conducting since 14th of January 2023. And where was this held? In Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. So correct option 3, Egypt. Next is, name the guaranteed return life insurance plan that was recently launched by the Life Insurance Corporation of India. So this guaranteed return life insurance plan that was launched by Life Insurance Corporation of India. So name the guaranteed return life insurance plan. It was Jeevan Azad. Jeevan Azad is the name of this guaranteed return life insurance plan that was launched by LIC India. Alright, highly important. This plan offers attractive combination of protection and savings, and the minimum basic sum assured is of 2 lakh rupees while the maximum is of 5 lakh rupees. So correct option is Jeevan Azad. Next, according to the Brand Finance Brand Guardianship Index for 2023, Mukesh Ambani, who is the chairman of Reliance Industries Limited, has secured the first position in India. And if we are talking about globally, he was ranked second. Alright, so, and now it is also asking that who was ranked 1 globally in this particular global brand guardianship index. So remember, Jensen Huang from USA recorded the first position here. So correct option here becomes option 4, that is second position was globally was of Mukesh Ambani, and Jensen Huang from US secured the first position in this particular brand guardianship index. And if I ask you
That Jensen Huang, he is related to which company? So remember, he is the president and CEO of Nvidia. Next, here also one more thing you need to remember, that Satya Nadella, who is the CEO of Microsoft, he was on third position. All right, and Shantanu Narayan, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Adobe, he was on fourth position, and Sundar Pichai, who is the CEO of Google, he was on the fifth position. Next, we are talking about Varuna. Varuna is the 21st edition of the naval exercise that was held between India and France. Next, which airport has recently won the Best Sustainable Greenfield Airport Award? So, which is this airport? It is your Manohar International Airport, that is of Goa, that has won the Best Sustainable Greenfield Airport Award. Alright, highly important. Manohar International Airport. And this airport has been named after Manohar Parrikar, the former Chief Minister of Goa. Next is name the company that has recently delivered the first fuselage for the Indian Army's contract for 6 AH-64E Apache combat helicopters. It is your Tata Boeing Aerospace Limited. So the correct option is option 5. Alright, this fuselage, which is the primary body of an aircraft, was officially handed over to the Lieutenant General Ajay Kumar Suri, the Director General and Colonel Commandant of Army Aviation. Then this Apache attack helicopter is regarded as the world's most advanced and deadliest attack helicopter, with over 1275 AH-64 helicopters in operation worldwide, that is globally. So correct option is option 5th. Next, Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri has announced the phased rollout of E20 ethanol 20% blending. 20 is your 20%, E is for ethanol. So E20 blending will begin from when? This E20 blending will begin from 1st of April in 2023. Alright, so remember, our Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri announced that this phased out roll of E20, that is ethanol 20% blending in gasoline, will begin from 1st of April 2023, and India is on a track to contribute 25% of the global ethanol demand by 2040. So the correct option is option 2nd. Next, which of the following sectors were recently relaxed for the export obligations under the central government's export promotion capital goods scheme? Under this scheme, which all goods were exempted, were relaxed? Basically, they were education, healthcare and hotel. So all of three were relaxed under this scheme. Then next is American Indian Foundation, AIF, has recently inaugurated India's first STEM. STEM stands for Science and Technology, Engineering and Mathematics. Then STEM Innovation and Learning Curve, that is SILC. This SLIC was inaugurated, that is India's first SILC, and launched the drone and satellite launch vehicle mission. Where was this launched? By American India Foundation. This was launched in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I repeat, American Indian Foundation recently inaugurated India's first SILC, that is STEM Innovation and Learning Center. Also, they have launched a drone and a satellite launch vehicle mission. This was launched in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Alright, highly important. Next, according to the article, that is State of the Economy, that was published in January 2023 bulletin of RBI, the 2023 monetary policy of RBI is objective to the direct inflation towards a target of 4% by 2024. Alright. The first monetary policy milestone has been reached, with inflation now falling, and we can see that all around the world there is a chance of high inflation, high recession, but India is still expected to grow almost between 6 to 7%. So correct option here becomes option 4. Next, if we talk about drones, remember, first drone mela was held in Gwalior. Then biggest drone mela was held in New Delhi, that was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then recently, which company has recently developed India's first 5G enabled drone, that was called Skyhawk? So this Skyhawk was developed by IG Drones and it is enabled with 5G technology. Alright, it can carry a payload up to 10 kgs and hence endurance of around 5 hours. If operated at a peak speed, it can cover almost 100 kilometers in about 10 to 15 minutes. Next, which organization has recently signed a partnership with the International Hockey Federation for the development programs and 15th edition of the Men's Hockey World Cup? So, which is the company? It is your GSP Foundation. That is your Jindal Steel and Power, and they have signed this partnership with International Hockey Federation for the development programs and the 15th edition of the Men's Hockey World Cup that was held in Odisha. Next, where is the headquarter of International Hockey Federation? It is in Lausanne, Switzerland. And when was this established? In 1924. Option 1. In Paris, France, there is a headquarter of UNESCO, where the Olympic Games for the year 2024 will be held. Next is in January, Dash became the India's first district to digitize basic documents for all the tribals. So remember, Wayanad of Kerala became the first district to digitize the basic documents for all the tribals of Kerala. Next, in which state Indian Navy has recently conducted a 6-day long mega exercise, that is AMFEX 2023. This AMFEX was conducted by Indian Navy. This was a 6-day long exercise, and it was one of the largest biennial tri-service exercise in which Indian Navy, Indian Army and Indian Air Force took part in this particular 6-day long exercise. This was held from 17th of January to 22nd of January, and the location where this exercise was held was Andhra Pradesh. Next, name the organization that has recently launched an information database on municipal bonds. So remember, recently, which organization has launched an information database on municipal bonds? It was launched by whom? It was launched by SEBI, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India. These municipal bonds are a reliable alternative source of funding for projects carried out by municipal corporations. So correct option is option 2. Next is name the personality who has been appointed as the Director General of the DGCA. So who has been appointed as the Director General of DGCA? Vikram Dev Dutt. Highly important. Alright. And Vikram Dev Dutt will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Arun Kumar, who is the Director General of DGCA, who will retire on 28th of February. So correct option is option 5. Next, when was your Prakram Divas observed? Prakram Divas is observed on 23rd of January every year, and first time this was observed in 2021. This is observed on the birth anniversary of Subhash Chandra Bose. He was famously known as by the term Netaji, and apart from this, remember in 2023 it was 126th anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Alright, and the first edition was in 2021. That means in year 2023 it is the third edition of the Prakram Divas. Next is permanent retirement account number, that is PRAN, is a unique how many digit number? This is a 12-digit number that is issued to the state and central employees to receive their pensions throughout their life under national pension system. Alright, so PRAN can be asked what is the full form? Permanent retirement account number. This is a 12-digit number, and this will be issued to central employees where they will be getting their pensions throughout their life. So correct option is option 12. So that's all for that, friends. I hope you have enjoyed our session. All you have to do is now like this video and comment below and let us know what are your views on such session. If you find the session to be interesting, do subscribe us. Also, if you want us to watch our more videos, you can search on YouTube by Current Affairs by Vikas Rana, where you will be able to find multiple videos uploaded by us. And if you want to attempt quiz, then you can go to CurrentAffairs mobile application, as well as you can visit the website where you can log in and see our various courses where we will provide you with various quizzes for attempting. That's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official.
In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.